Hello and welcome to Discover Vietnam. Today we invite you to join us on a special journey, a journey back to the roots of Vietnamese culture through the most sacred and meaningful holiday of the year, Tet Nguyen Dan, or the Lunar New Year. Tet is not just the turning of a calendar page, it's a time when every Vietnamese person reflects, reconnects with their family, and welcomes a new spring filled with hope, peace, and happiness. Tet Nguyen Dan, commonly known as the Lunar New Year or simply Tet, is the most important and celebrated holiday in Vietnam. Unlike the Western New Year, which takes place on January 1st, Tet follows the lunar calendar and typically falls between late January and mid-February. The word Nguyen means beginning and Dan refers to morning. Put together, Nguyen Dan represents the first morning of the new year. It marks the start of a new lunar cycle, when heaven and earth harmonize, nature renews itself, and people's hearts are filled with excitement. For the Vietnamese, Tet is much more than a holiday. It's deeply tied to culture, spirituality, and especially family. No matter where they are or what they do, people always long to return home for Tet. The phrase "Về quê en Tet," going home for Tet, carries so much emotion, nostalgia, and love. Tet preparation begins long before New Year's Day, often right after the 23rd day of the 12th lunar month, which is the day of the kitchen gods, Ong Kong Ong Kao. On this day, families hold a ceremony to bid farewell to the kitchen gods, as they ride a carp to heaven to report on the family's activities over the past year to the Jade Emperor. That's why people release live carps into rivers, symbolizing the journey of transformation and a wish for good fortune. After this, households begin cleaning and decorating their homes. A clean, tidy house is believed to welcome luck and prosperity. Tet flowers bloom everywhere. In the north, vibrant peach blossoms. In the south, bright yellow apricot flowers. Marigolds, kumquat trees, and chrysanthemums are also popular choices. Another meaningful tradition is making ban chung and ban tet, traditional rice cakes. As the cakes simmer in large pots, family members gather around the fire, sharing stories and laughter. It's a beautiful symbol of togetherness and preparation for the new year. New Year's Eve, Gauthara, is the most sacred moment of the year, the transition between the old year and the new. Families perform outdoor offerings, lighting incense, and praying for peace and health. Immediately afterward comes the important tradition of first footing or zong det. The first person to enter a house in the new year is believed to determine the family's fortune for the year. People often invite someone kind, successful, and compatible in age to bring luck. The first day of Tet, Mung Mo, is the day of the father's side. Family members wear new clothes, light incense at the ancestral altar, offer New Year greetings, and give lucky money, li si, to children and elders. The second day, Mung Hai, is for visiting the mother's side of the family, and the third day, Mung Ba, is traditionally Teacher's Day, to pay respect to educators. Another widespread custom is visiting relatives and friends to exchange New Year's wishes. Every house prepares tea, sweets, and Tet delicacies to welcome guests with open arms. People also go to temples or pagodas to pick spring buds or hai lok, symbolic green leaves representing luck and renewal. Tet meals are full of symbolic dishes. In the north, the square-shaped ban chung represents the earth, wrapped in green dong leaves with mung beans and fatty pork inside. The central region features dishes like pickled vegetables, pork sausage, and the iconic braised pork with eggs. In the south, there's ban tet, a cylindrical version of ban chung, pork stew with coconut water, pickled scallion heads, and bitter melon soup, symbolizing overcoming hardships. A key offering is the five-fruit tray, mam nu qua, placed on the ancestral altar. Each region chooses different fruits, but all share a wish for prosperity and peace. In the South, a wordplay tray includes custard apple, mung ko, fig, sung, coconut, dua, papaya, dudu, and mango swai, sounding like ko sung, vua du sai, wishing for just enough to spend. After the first 3 days of Tet, people enter the spring festival season. Local festivals spring up everywhere, often in pagodas or village squares, with folk games like tug of war, blindfolded pot breaking, or throwing sacred balls. Nim Kong, many take this time for pilgrimage tours, visiting famous temples to pray for good health and success. Notable destinations include Perfume Pagoda, Hanoi, Baiding Pagoda, Ninh Thien Mu Pagoda, Hue, and Vinh Trang Pagoda, Tianjin. Another custom is Hua Vang, held on the fourth, fifth, or seventh day, a ritual to send the spirits of ancestors back to the afterlife after celebrating Tet with the living family. Tet is a time for family reunion. No matter how far people have gone, they all wish to return home, to hear the warm voices of loved ones, and to gather around the New Year feast. It is also a moment to pay respect to ancestors, lighting incense, offering food, and honoring the legacy of past generations. But above all, Tet brings hope. Hope that after all challenges of the past year, the new one will be brighter. That we can start fresh, full of faith and good intentions. Tet in Vietnam is more than just a holiday. It's the soul of a nation. It's the sound of firecrackers echoing in childhood memories, the gentle scent of incense on New Year's Eve, and the smile of a child receiving their red envelope. It's where culture, family, and dreams intertwine. Thank you for joining us on Discover Vietnam. If you love Vietnamese culture, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to help spread the beauty of these timeless traditions.